Good morning, students. I hope you all are doing well. My name is Kanika. Today, we are going to discuss software and its types. This video is for both CS and IP students of class 11. So, let's begin. Software and its type. Part 1. Software. Software is an organized instruction code written by programmers using any of various special computer languages for special purposes. So what is a software? It is an organized instruction. Organized means a well defined, which has some meaning and it is well defined. Instructions or code. Instruction means you give some commands or you tell the machine or other human beings to do some task. So software is an organized instruction code written by programmers. Who write the software code? Programmers. And who are programmers? Who program these software using various computer languages. Various computer languages such as Python, C, C++, Java for specific person. Now what do you mean by specific person? Specific purpose, that means software is designed basically for a purpose. For example, we are using Zoom application, right, for online video calling or online video conferencing. We are using MS Word. It is also a software that is used for as a editor or a word processor. So they are designed for doing a specific purpose. They are designed to do a specific task, a particular task. So a software is an organized instruction code written by programmers using various special computer languages for special purpose. Hardware needs to be operated by a set of instructions. These set of instructions are referred to as software. A computer consists of hardware and software. In other words, we can say a computer is a combination of hardware and software that delivers us what we want it to do, right? So hardware, how hardware works? Hardware works according to the software. Hardware works according to one's instruction. And how we give instruction to the computer? By using a software. How do we make a software? By programmers. And who are programmers? Programmers are the one who use computer languages such as C, C++, Java for designing these software. So basically hardwares are operated by software. Some examples of software include Ubuntu or Windows 7 or 10 that are basically your operating system. They are also a type of software. Word processing tool like LibreOffice or Microsoft Word, video player like VLC player, photo editors like GIMP and LibreOffice Draw. So these are some examples of software. A document or image is stored on hard disk or pen drive is referred to as a soft copy. As your document or any of your image is stored in the computer, you called it as a soft copy, and once it is printed out, it is called as an hard copy. Okay. Next is, what is the purpose of software means? What is the need of software? So the sole purpose of the software is to make computer hardware useful and operational, right? So our main task of software, the main task of software is to make hardware work. Hardware को काम करवाना. How to make hardware work? By giving instruction, and softwares are nothing but a set of instructions. We cannot instruct the hardware of a computer directly. It's not like I will speak mouse, go to the left, type PHONE phone, right? This is not how the hardware works of a computer, right? So you cannot instruct hardware directly. You need a medium to direct a hardware, and that is by using a software. Software acts as an interface between human user and a hardware. Main purpose of software is to convert data into information. We have discussed what is data and information in our previous classes. So software also converts our data into an information. It can be used for various other applications like scientific investigation, engineering, to run embedded system, for example TV, auto, washing machines. Washing machines also use a software that when this button is pressed, the machine will be working for 10 minutes or 1 hour or half hour. So that also works on software. And office automation and education also use software. So then we are going to discuss various types of software. First is system software. Now what is system software? It controls the basic function of a computer and hides complexity of computer system from user and application software. So it is the basic software which is required for running a computer, and it hides the complexity. How it hides the complexity? The best example of system software is an operating system. Now, what is an operating system? We will learn in next few slides. So, operating system is the one which provides an interface for the user to work on computer in basic language. So, it hides the complexity. It does not let you know what is going behind the system, right? You don't know how computer is accessing the data in ones and zeros. That is all you don't need to know, or you don't need to know to make a computer work. So it hides all types of complexity of computer system from user and application software. It provides service directly to the end user or to some other software. Its main task is to provide service to the user or to the other software. Some examples of system software: operating system, system utilities, device drivers, etc. Next type of software is programming software. Now these are the software which helps the programmer in developing another software. Okay. For example, if I want to design a game, if I want to design we say calculator, basic, just go with basic. I want to design a calculator, so I can use any of the programming language. So programming language are all basically used by a platform that is programming software. If you want to use Python, आप ऐसे ही MS Word में Python का कोड लिख दोगे and चलाओगे उसे तो it won't work. You need a software for that, for running the Python code. So that is a programming software. Next is application software. It handles specialized common tasks a user wants to perform, such as banking, hotel management, any data processing, word processing, etc. So it performs a specialized or a common task. For example, hotels have their own softwares and schools have their own software for managing their fees and all that. So these are basically specialized software which one use. Also, if you have a software for listening music or downloading videos on your laptop, it is also an example of application software. Next is utility software, which helps to maintain and manage and control computer resources, which helps to maintain computer resources. Computer resources means files, data, information, hardware, software. It helps to maintain them. For example, antivirus software, backup software. These are examples of utility software. Next are proprietary of free and open source software. We will see in next few slides what are these kind of software. So first we are going to study system software. So now what is a system software? We have already discussed. So there are basically three types of software. These system softwares are the software which are necessary for the working of a computer. So we are going to discuss these three main system software. So first let's start with operating system. Now operating system is a system program that control and manages computer resources so that application software can run on it. The operating system manages other application program and provides security to the users of the system. So basically an operating system provides an interface between the user and the computer So if I want to access, if I want to open my Zoom app, or I want to work on MS Word, or I want to paint anything, so all this can be done on a computer if I have an operating system. And what does an operating system does? It provides an interface. It controls and manages the computer resources. You must have heard of many examples like Windows 10, 7, Windows XP, Linux, and then you have Android, iOS. These all are examples. Solaris, Mac OS. These all are examples of operating system. You must have, if you have used Linux or Ubuntu, or even if your phones you have seen Apple, iPhones and Android, they are also a type of operating system. So you see how different the task of the operating system is same. आपको हर operating system वही चीजें provide करेगा. If you want to edit a text, if you want to access Google or anything, काम सबका वही है. It's just a platform which is provided you with different functionalities. Okay. Now how operating system works? As you can see in the diagram, we will come to the diagram later. Let's first read the slide. In any computer mobile device, the operating system can be termed as a backbone. It can be termed as a backbone when it comes to software. This is because it has to be there before other programs can run. It is like a platform. It is like a base on which other softwares can run. It is the basic software on which other softwares can run. It works as a middleman or an interface between machine and user. This is the most common definition. If you ask any person of computer field what is an operating system, this is the instant answer which they come up with, that it is a middleman or an interface between a machine and a user. How you will use the machine? For example, a computer is a machine and you want to use it for what? Say you have a business and you want to make your own payroll system. Okay, so how can you use it? You need a software for that, for a payroll software. But for running that payroll software, you first need an operating system, which is also a system software. That is a basic requirement. So I hope you are understanding what an operating system is. At the simplest level, an operating system does two things. It manages the hardware resources of the computer system. The first task it does is it maintains the hardware resources. These resources include such as processor, memory, disk, etc. So these are the things which are managed by operating system. Secondly, it provides a stable, consistent way of application to deal with hardware without having to know all the details of the hardware. If I'm using a keyboard, I need not to know which type of plastic material or what kind of chips have been used. I just need a operating system in my system that will enable me to use my hardware, that is keyboard. So I don't need to know that how many bits are there, how it is converting. I don't need to know all that information. So it provides an interface for the user to use the hardware. So as you can now see, understand the diagram, there is a user and that user works on the software which is working on the software. For example, I am making a PowerPoint presentation. So that is the software which I am using and I will be accessing the hardware, and that can be done by an operating system. Okay. Next is functions of operating system. Now these are certain functions which operating system perform. First is processor management. That means it loads, schedules and execute process or program. It helps in loading. Like if I open any of my say PowerPoint presentation, so it get loads and schedule. Schedule means that there are various process that are running in the back end. So it is scheduled in such a way that first this process will be run, then this process will be run. So one after the another, there is a scheduling done in operating system कि इसके बाद ये काम होगा, उसके बाद ये काम होगा. You are not seeing that thing. So that what operating system does, it hides all that complexity. Next is memory management. It helps in allocation and delocation of memory, means assigning and de-assigning of the memory for program execution. We have learned that for any kind of program execution, memory is needed. So that memory allocation and delocation is done by operating system. Then device management, that is communicate and control various input-output devices. All these input-output devices are managed by operating system. Next is storage management. Manages and controls the storage devices to provide space to program for execution. So it also manages the storage devices. Next is application interface. API driver provide a way for applications to make use of hardware. So API means application interface, the interface, the middleman which is being provided to the user, is also done by operating system. Next is user interface, structure for interaction between a user and a computer. The main task of operating system is this. Next, then there are various types of operating systems. First is single user or single task operating system. That means these are the kind of systems in which only one user can work and can perform only one task at a time. An example of that is DOS. Next is single user multitask. That means only one user can use it but can perform more than one task. So for example of this is Windows 95 or later versions of Windows. Only one person can work, one user can work at a time. Then there are multi-users. In OS, multiple users are allowed to access the same data or information at a time by network. More than one users can work. Now, like nowadays in computers, when you log in, you have a user 1, user 2 option over there. So that is multi-user, and multi-user can work at a time in today's computer systems. And for example, Windows 7 provides this feature, Unix, Linux, all these provide the multi-user functionality of the operating system. Next is multiprocessing. Here a single processor runs on two or more processors. Only one process can be run on a processor, right? All the processing and their management takes place in parallel way. In parallel way means they work together. Hence OS are also called as parallel processing, and Linux, Unix and Windows 7 also provide this feature. Next are embedded operating system. Now these are embedded in a device which is located in ROM. For example, operating system of microwaves and washing machines. So these machines which you use at home, they also have an embedded operating system because an interface is provided to you, right? It's not like that you are using the microwave and you are working with technicality. No, you just press the button for 30 seconds and it works for 30 seconds. So operating system of them are also called as embedded operating system. Then we have distributed operating system. In these operating system, the computers work in cooperation with each other. Okay, so there are more than one computers which are working in cooperation with each other. So these are different types of operating system. Now the next system software which we are going to talk about is system utilities. Software used for maintenance and configuration of computer system is called system utilities. That is used for configuration and maintenance. Okay, maintenance means उसकी देखभाल करना सॉफ्टवेयर की सही से चल रहा है नहीं चल रहा. कॉन्फ़िगरेशन मीन्स दैट देयर आर सर्टेन सॉफ्टवेयर, फॉर एग्जांपल इफ यू डाउनलोड पाइथन फॉर योर सिस्टम, so you will check whether your system is 32-bit or 64-bit system. Okay, so you check the configuration कि आपके सिस्टम में किस तरीके का पाइथन चलेगा, 64-bit वाला चलेगा, 32-bit वाला चलेगा. So that is checking the configuration and maintaining the configuration. So that is done by system utilities. Some system utilities are shipped with operating system. For example, disk defragmentation tool, formatting utility, system restore utility, etc. So some of these system utilities come along with operating system. Basically, a system utility means additional functionality which you can provide to a system. Like I will explain one of this, that is disk defragmentation tool. Now what is the task of this tool? आपने अपने disk में देखा होगा local disk C, local disk D, local disk E. So this is an additional functionality, or you can say system utility, which is provided by an operating system. Okay, or you can, if it is not provided by your operating system, you can definitely download this system utility in your computer, because again this is a type of software which you can use. Another set of utilities are those which are not shipped with operating system, right, but are required to improve the performance of the system. For example, antivirus, software disk cleaner tool, disk compression software, etc. So some of the utilities you can download separately if you are not getting them along with your operating system. Next type of system software is device drivers. Now everyday new devices and components are being added to computer system. Like today I am adding a mic, or next day I am adding some speaker or some kind of thing. So it is not possible for operating system alone to operate all of the existing and new devices. So the responsibility for overall control and operation of management particular devices at hardware level is delegated to its device driver. So device driver are mainly used for managing the devices, how devices are connected and devices are not connected. So these are device drivers which you have in your system. For example, if your system gets for formatting and then its all its drivers get deleted, so you have to install a driver for your webcam, for your microphone, and for your speakers. So these are drivers which are available. Okay, the device drivers act as an interface between the device and the operating system. They work as an interface between device and the operating system. It provides required services by hiding the details of operations performed at the hardware level. So it hides the details of operation, it hides all the complexities of the operation. So this was all about system software. We will be covering other software in the next tutorial. Thank you.